it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to do something that I haven't taken the time to do in a couple of months. I have been doing it every month, and then, there were too many other cool things to talk about. So we're going to do favorite things again this week. So I'm going to share some things that mostly are new to me, but there are a couple things that I've been using for a while and just forgot to tell you how awesome they are. So first thing that has been kind of a staple for me this summer, and I say this summer even though I already have my fall decorations out, it still is 90 degrees like every day in Texas. Still feels like summer all the time. And that is this silky underwear body powder from Lush. So it is like a light jasmine scented body powder, and literally before I go out, it goes everywhere. If there is a place where skin touches skin, this goes there. But it is especially important for boob sweat, which is a huge deal in Texas. It's just really helps keep your skin dry and smelling fresh, and not let the sweat gather in places you don't want it to gather. It's not a deodorant powder per se, but it does have a little bit of fragrance. It's not like an chemical antiperspirant, but it's like adult baby powder. I mean, you could use baby powder, but then you would smell like a baby. And if you're into that, go for it. But I just like that it's like, it's got a light floral fragrance, and just really leaves your skin smooth. And, you can put it like on the inside of your thighs so you don't have that chafing issue if you're in like a dress or whatever. I mean, there's just a lot of uses for this, and it's a staple in the South in the summer, or anywhere where it's hot, which is Texas. So that's a staple. This is something that I've just recently learned about. So this is from Dr. Jart. I don't know if you could see that. It's kind of like zoom. Yeah. From Dr. Jart. This is called, I guess it's like Cicapair. I don't know if that's how you say it. That's how I'm saying it. That's how I'm choosing to say it. And it's Derma Green Solution. It says Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. And so it's like this slightly green paste is what it reminds me of. It's thick like a paste. And it does have SPF 30. But if you are anything like me in the skin department, your skin's naturally kind of red. I don't have rosacea per se, like that's not my skin diagnosis, but if you did, this would probably be useful for you. I just kind of have uneven red blotchiness because I'm so fair, that you can just, redness exists. So this is a really good product to help the green balance out the red before you put on your makeup. So what you do is you put on moisturizer first, and then this, and then you can do all your makeup stuff. But it really does help balance out, like I'm wearing it right now, under all this makeup. But it really does help balance out your color tone so that your natural skin condition can shine through. And it's not a cover up. It's not like there are green concealers. I have green concealers. Those are for pimples. That's not what this is. But if you did have acne and you just had a lot of all over redness from like the cystic acne clusters, this would help kind of cover some of that too. Or not cover, you're not gonna change the texture of your skin with this. It is gonna change the color of your skin and help, again, green neutralizes the red. So it's really good. This is the small size. This is, what size is this? Hold on. This is 15 milliliters or half an ounce. It does come in a bigger container. I wanted to try it first. I had heard great things, but I didn't want to commit because it is not a cheap product. I wanted to, just only commit to the small size and make sure it worked for me. Sephora had an extra sale for Beauty Insiders, VIB, Rouge, all the levels of members last month. When they normally only do 2 a year, they had an extra, and so I used that time when I could get a little discount to buy this and try it. And I really like it, and I wore it the first day I wore it to work. Everyone's like, ooh, your skin looks different, and I'm like, thanks, I'm glad my expensive cream's working. So it is noticeable. They couldn't, like, no one could articulate why, like, they thought my skin looked different, but I know why. I know why. The other thing that I've been using for a little bit that also came from Sephora is the Bite Agave Lip Mask. And so you can see a dent in it where I've squeezed a good amount out of it because I've used it for a while. I had a sample that came in a Sephora order or maybe a Sephora play box or something. And I tried it and was like, oh, I really like this. And then I kept forgetting to order it. And so I got one, and I got, I don't even know what the name of this one is because it's not on the tube. It was on the box. But this is the one that's kind of like pink colored. And it's what's actually on my lips. So it's not a super dark color. It's just kind of a natural pink. It comes in like a clear and like one that's like a slightly yellow tint. And they have different flavors or whatever, allegedly. There's not a ton of flavor. It's very subtle. But it's a agave based lip. They call it a lip mask, but it's not like a mask like you scrub on and take off. It's more of like you put it on and you leave it on. So I do, if I've been wearing like a liquid lipstick or something that's really drying, I will wear this for the rest of the day. Or if just I want a little bit of color, and my lips have been kind of rough, I want to treat them well, then I can use this and also have a little bit of color and not just have to wear like, one of my favorite just straight up lip balms is like an Aquaphor lip balm if my lips are super, super ruined. But there's no color. It's not very fun. So this is kind of a fun alternative to doing like a deep treatment lip balm. You can still get the benefits of moisturizing and smoothing your lips, but with a little bit of color. This is kind of spendy when you look at the price, but you're going to use like very little. Like I just pretty much squeeze the tiniest, like where it's barely sticking out, and then touch it to my finger and do one of those numbers. Like you're not using a bunch. You could probably get away with this for a while. It says it's good for 24 months, so it's not going to expire for 2 years. So it's a good one to keep around, and I think over time will be a really good use on the return of what you pay for it, because it's going to last a while. One of the other things that I really love, so think about when you're scrolling Facebook and you see all these ads and you're like, are those real? Can I try that? Is that a scam? Like, what is that? And then there's also like BuzzFeed articles like the 10 hottest beauty products. I'm such a sucker. I don't know about you guys, but I read every single one of those stupid things. And then I'm like, like there's Amazon links to everything. It's so easy. And I totally got suckered into this one, but with good reason. So I was actually reading a BuzzFeed article, and it was about these acne pimple master patches. And I suffer from acne. Even at 35 years old, I have the blessing of having both wrinkles and acne. What are you gonna do about it? But try to do something about it. So this is like a Korean beauty product, essentially. They're hydrocolloid patches. So I said that to a friend of mine that I was using these, and she used to be an athletic trainer. She was like, a hydrocolloid? Like we used to use hydrocolloid dressings for like turf burn. It sucks all the moisture out of the wound so that it can heal. And it's not all like goopy, which sounds gross. Okay, so that's exactly what these are doing. When you pop a pimple, and you do have to, for these to work, you do have to pop the pimple. And I know every dermatologist probably just went, oh, don't tell people to do that. There are safe and clean ways to do that, and you can research that on your own. And if you're safely and cleanly popping a pimple and you apply one of these patches to it, it's gonna like suck all the goop out of it, and then like it's a flat thing the next day. Like you can't see, I covered it pretty well, but whole issue right there. That I wore one of these on last night, sucked all the stuff out of, so it's flat, and so now it's just healing. So it's much easier to put makeup on when it's not like still like oozing. Like, I don't know if this is really gross, but if you are a person who has struggled with acne and you've dealt with this like I have, and you pop a pimple and it's just like it's not healed and it's still got like more stuff in it. It's like building up over a couple of days. And so it's always a little weepy and your makeup won't stick to it because it's not skin. And you read every makeup tip about how to get your makeup to and it just doesn't work. Like you just always look like your face is oozing. It's terrible. But it's like you don't want to not pop it because then it's like all this pressure's built up and it just aches. So pop that sucker safely and cleanly. And then you're going to put one of these on it. So I don't know if you can see this. So it's a bunch of little like circular patches and they're different sizes. I wasn't going to open this because I wanted to, once you open them, you know, you've like broken the seal, so to speak. But I'll go ahead and open these so you can see them. My ones that are open don't have hardly any left on, so I got a new pack. So there's different sizes. There's the bigger ones, some tiny ones, some medium ones. So whatever size you're working with. Or if you have like two that are really close to each other, you can use the big ones and go like for a twofer and not waste all your little dots. But these are extremely reasonable in cost. So you get 24 little dots in a package. And on Amazon, you can get 4 packages of these. I don't math, y'all. Is that 96? Where are my teacher friends? Help me out. I never taught math. 96 essentially pimple patches for, it's like $11 or $12. It's ridiculously affordable. Even if you don't have blemishes that often, like get some friends together and order the 4-pack. I think you can buy just one of these, but I want to say like one of them is like $5 or $6. But if you buy the 4-pack, it's super affordable to buy them in bulk and share them among friends or keep them on hand because they're just really useful. This is the dumbest thing to just like, I bought pimple patches off of Amazon because a BuzzFeed article told me to. But really, they're freaking awesome. And I'm here to talk about it. So that's I'm still a teenager skincare wise. So on the other hand, I am 35. So I do use good skincare and I do wear appropriate makeup. So I am able to hide some of the effects of aging. But yeah, it's with help. It's not just because I'm naturally youthful. I think that's a thing. So one of the things I just bought recently are the First Aid Beauty. These are the facial radiance pads, and this is a special packaging they did for their 10th anniversary. So they may not always have all this like party stuff on it. I think they're normally just a blue and red container. But these are for exfoliating, toning, and brightening. And so they're just little like pads that you pull out. You remember like the 90s and like 90s teenage skincare was like Noxzema pads and stuff like that. Like it's the same sort of thing, only this is for us of that generation now that we're older and we need some help. But they're all like, there's some like botanical type ingredients, but then there's also like hyaluronic acid. So there are some more abrasive acids and extracts that are going to exfoliate chemically. I, as someone with acne, spent a lot of time trying to like physically scrub my face with physical exfoliants, masks and scrubs, and I've figured out over time that that just makes my face more angry and irritated. So my face is better with chemical exfoliants. So using like AHA, BHA based acids. And there are some of those in here. I don't remember which ones, you know, I probably should have read, but I was just like, oh, these sound fun. And I really like them. I think what I like about them, I have lots of different AHA and BHA like toners and creams and serums. And they're really hard to remember to use, you know? And so I love that it's in just a little pad. I do, you know it's not great for the earth to use a bunch of disposable pads. And so I don't know that I'll like use these exclusively always and forever, but it's a fun try. If you're just trying to get into a skincare routine, this is an easy way to start, is to use a toning pad like this. And then, you know, later you can use something reusable with a liquid or a toner or a serum or something. But it's a good, like, get you into the habit of using something on your face that is anti-aging and a chemical exfoliant. So I have one more thing to show you here, and then I'm going to show you something in my pantry. But before we get to that, speaking of the environment, so there's this big push to use some kind of reusable straw instead of plastic straws, disposable plastic straws at least. And it's really difficult, I think, to get into the habit of remembering to take those with you to restaurants. Now, I have like a Yeti cup that I have filled up with water at work every day, and it has a stainless steel straw in it. That's not hard to remember, but it's like going to a restaurant and being prepared for that. And not just for me, but like my whole family's gonna want a straw. So where are we gonna hold all these straws? Amazon again does have some solutions. So I found this little, it's like a little carrying case. It'll fit in most, I would say, like mom-sized purses. And it comes with 2 of the like bent stainless steel straws and 2 straight. And then it also comes with little scrubby brushes, and those are in our sink, and they're kind of funky right now because they're being cleaned. So I didn't show those. But I think it came with 2 scrubbies and then these. So it's in a little travel case. You can put it in your purse, you can put it in your suitcase, your briefcase, and take it with you when you're out on the town, and have a reusable straw to use. So the step 1 is you have to buy the thing, whatever it is. And there are lots of reusable straws. You have to buy the thing. You have to buy it in a format that you can carry with you. I know they make some that fold into keychains, whatever you're going to use. You got to, step 2, actually take it with you out of the house. Step 3, take it out of your purse, your bag, your wallet, your keys, whatever, and actually use it. So, but step 1 is buy the thing. So we did step 1 here. I have actually taken them somewhere, so we've actually gone beyond step 1. So stainless steel straws are not the perfect solution for everyone. I know that there are people with disabilities that really do rely on the reusable straws, or not the reusable, but the disposable plastic straws, because they are the perfect tool for their disability need. And no one's shaming you, or at least not from my end, no one's shaming you for needing that. But the rest of us who don't have a reason to be using disposable plastic straws should probably do something about that. So here's one solution that we are using. Next, let's go to the pantry and see the final thing that's just really making me excited right now. Okay, so one more favorite thing I wanted to share with you guys are these organizers that I got from Amazon for cups. Because if you're like me, you have 400 cups and water bottles, and it's like they were all just kind of stacked over here, and they would fall over every time you got one. So I saw these actually in a Pinterest article, and there's actually a 4th one, but it doesn't fit with the shelf and with this like wrap organizer there. Hi Lunchbox, it's like dangling down in the picture, but it does hold 3 water bottles per, or cups or whatever. Like I have this cup from Play and Camp that's in here. I have my Design Pandemonium cup. This I think is from like my husband's, no, this is a cold brew cup that I got him for Christmas last year. One of these cups came from his work, maybe that one. I've got my Hamilton water bottle that I take to dance every week. This, I just got at a planner thing. That's my son's Hamilton water bottle. We have a couple of glass water bottles. This has my last name on it, but I've been racking my brain. I still am not sure where I got this. I don't know if an NHS, like one of my secret pals one year, gave it to me. I will say the wider Yeti size cups, like the 30-ounce ones, like these, don't fit super well in these unless it's the top layer and you're just going to sit them on top. So I have this one here, and then I have a couple of others that are in the kitchen, like on our drying mat. And then I had an extra water bottle because we didn't have our other layer, so some stuff didn't fit. So I have like, these are our like Ninja blender cups are over there, and then a couple of extra randoms that are here. But I think they're really awesome if you have a bunch of cups like we do. So that's it. Those are my favorite things right now in the month of September that I'm super excited about. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you found something that you can get excited about too. Let me know what you think. Leave me some comments. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you come back and see what we talk about next week. I'm not even sure what that's going to be yet. I'm still like deciding on a couple of things. But follow me, Kelly Plans It All, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on pretty much all of the platforms as Kelly Plans It All. So come find me and we can hang out until next week's video. Talk to you soon. Bye.